the 26th today, and I'm going to do a little addition to the Grim Reaper video that I did the other day, simply because I'm not happy with the height of Mr. Grim here. Even though I moulded my own body to make this model, he's ended up being a lot shorter than myself. That is because I didn't put any feet on it, so the ankles are kind of just basically sitting on the bottom of the boot. So it needs to come up by about 3-4 inches maybe. So the way I'm going to do that is I've got a couple of cheap plastic 2 litre bottles. I'm going to cut the tops off, and then I'm going to pack them with newspapers and then sit the feet, the 2 legs, inside of these, and then insert both bottles back into the boots, and that in theory should raise it up to at least my height anyway. And then the taller he is, obviously the more menacing he's going to look as well. So if he's a little short arse, then that's not really much cop, is it? So all I've done is just laid the Grim Reaper down on the floor so I can access these boots. What I'm going to do is just cut the tops off these bottles. Get in the tops, and then all I'm going to do now is just pack the newspaper into the bottles, and that'll give a base for the legs. That'll heighten it up a lot. So these bottles were just the cheapest ones that I could get hold of. There was 17 pence in my local supermarket, and I'll be recycling them afterwards, obviously. And I've even saved the water that was inside of them. I just put that in a fridge in some containers, so I haven't even wasted the water that was in the bottles. Waste not, want not. And all we're going to do is take these boots off. One at a time. Put them on the legs first. That would be the easiest thing to do, obviously. So I want to put that. And that is an absolute perfect fit, to be honest. It's just the right size diameter for each leg, so I thought it would be, to be honest. So I'm just doing the other one. So I'm just going to put some gaffer tape around just to stick the bottle to the leg. That'll just help keep it in place. Then all I'm going to do is put the boots back on. Great, that was quick and easy. Now all I need to do is stand them back up. I stood the Grim Reaper up again, and he still was too short. So what I've thought now is I'm going to do a little kind of plinth kind of stand for him to raise him up. So all I've done is I've get this length of wood, scrap wood, and I've cut it into little blocks, and I'm going to stick these kind of one on top of the other to make a little block, and I'm going to insert that into the boot, each boot, and So there's your 2 blocks. Now I'm going to just take the boot off. I'm going to stick one of the blocks in that boot and stick that back on the leg, tying it up as tight as I can. Right, and then we'll stand him up again and see what results we've got. Right, so I've put the blocks in the boots and it's raised it up slightly, but he's still a little bit too short for my liking anyway. So what I've done is I've taken the head off and that gives us access to get inside the body, and I've actually straightened him up slightly because he was slumped forward. So what I'm going to do now is I thought I would kind of raise the head. I wanted something that was lightweight, so I'm going to use this polystyrene kind of packaging block. And all I'm going to do is kind of sit that, I'm going to cut the block obviously, and I'm going to sit that inside of there. So that, as you can see, that gives it that little bit extra height. Okay, so I've attached the head to the block and I've put it on the shoulders, and then I've put the hood back over. And I've kind of bent the head forward as well slightly, because usually the Grim Reaper's kind of heads down, you can't see the face, so it's still kind of about my height even though he's bent over. And what I've had to do is I've reattached, there's like a face veil kind of there, which is supposed to kind of look as if it's just an empty kind of hood, blackness. So I've reattached that, it's just velcroed in, so I've reattached that because you could see more of the polystyrene head underneath. And obviously we're shooting mostly in the dark, so you're probably not going to see this too clearly anyway. So I'm pretty happy with the way it's looking at the moment. Obviously I still need to sort out the scythe, but I'll do that, like I say, at a later date. So happy days. So I've been buying some stuff online and the postman's just brought a little package, so I don't know what's in this. I believe it's makeup, so I'm going to have a look at it and we will look together to see what it is. And it is makeup. Old Life Old Age Palette. So that is going to be makeup for the actual witch herself, help her make look old and decrepit. So we're going to do a makeup test actually in a couple of days. Probably not with this particular makeup. I'm going to use like another process. So that'll be put into the hands of my makeup artist Pat when she comes on Wednesday. So I just thought I'd share that with you. Nothing else in there, empty packet. Good stuff.